Hey everyone, it's your best friend Jake. Back in 2017, Carrie and I watched the first season of Riverdale, and then we recorded a thing about each episode and put it out on our Patreon. And we were thinking, well, as long as we're talking about Sabrina now, which is by a bunch of the same people and is set apparently in the same universe, why don't we release some of those old episodes for a new audience? So we hope you enjoy them. We're going to alternate between these and our Sabrina discussions. Enjoy.
I know you think she's sweet as candy. I know you wanna be with her, but Josie got a reputation to scratch behind that curve.
Hey y'all, welcome to Take Me to the Riverdale, which is a fantastic podcast about Riverdale. Anyway, I'm Carrie.
I'm Jake.
Hey Jake.
Hey Carrie. Did you happen to watch an episode of Riverdale this week?
I may have, and I'm really excited to talk about it because this is
crazy,
gloriously cheesy.
So thanks to everyone out there. If you're listening to this, then it either means that you're a backer of the Patreon, which we really appreciate, or you're physically in the room with me, which I actually have a celebrity award-winning songwriter in the room with me right now.
Fancy pantsy.
It's our mutual friend Katie Redacted, who won a songwriting contest that we ran on our podcast, Love You Like Crazy.
I'm really excited about this. So here we are, Riverdale Chapter 3.
Body Double.
Yeah, so we start off with Last on Riverdale.
Yep.
And my note says, Last on Riverdale, everyone is still terrible.
Yep.
Everybody is terrible.
Everybody is terrible.
Guilt. Innocence. Good. Evil.
Life. Death. Opposite day.
And then at the end, he's like,
Good and evil. Light and dark. Betty and Veronica.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Jughead. Jughead is the best journalist.
Jughead is something else.
So we resolved the cliffhanger from last week. It turns out that what Cheryl is guilty of is lying and not of murdering her brother.
Which, I mean, why would she say it that way? Like, nobody does that. Nobody's like, oh, you're coming for me because I'm guilty, right? Guilty of being awesome. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would her interrogation take place in the principal's office?
Because they only have so many sets.
Oh, that's a good answer.
They didn't want to build the police station.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's true. We've never seen the inside of the police station. And actually, we've never seen the outside of the police station.
We've never seen much that's not the school, the three main characters' houses. And
we saw the place where the autopsy was, so that was at a hospital probably. I think that maybe the police chief just telecommutes.
Or that could have been in the basement of the school for all we know.
Yeah, it probably was.
It's a really small town, Jacob.
Yeah.
I had a police station at my high school.
Oh, Katie says that she had a police station in her high school.
Did you have, did they do autopsies in the basement or no?
Not that I know of. But they rode around on bicycles. Like, they rode around the campus and in the school on bicycles.
It sounds like they're Mormon policemen.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, the story checks out.
Okay. One thing that I really liked in this was that Cheryl's mom punched the fuck out of Betty's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Penelope Blossom, I thought I might run into you. Would you like to give me a quote regarding the investigation?
Whoa.
How dare you, Alice?
All right, sweetheart.
And that was a good punch. I liked that punch. And I don't particularly care for Cheryl's mom, but I really don't like Betty's mom. So
Cheryl's mom was all of us in that moment. Just anything else before we get to the whole Chuck thing, because I feel like we should talk about that whole subplot a little later, because there's a lot.
There's a lot to unpack there, and I don't even know if it's rough.
Yeah. But I do like Betty and Jughead teaming up to be reporters.
I did too. I was like, ooh, this is fun. And she keeps calling him Juggy, and that's even funnier.
I have written down in my notes, Juggy with 3 question marks.
I wrote getting juggy with it.
If print journalism is dead, What am I doing here?
The blue and gold isn't dead, Juggy. It's just dormant.
I think I cut this out of previous episodes, but it really is kind of amusingly bizarre to me that every time we see Miss Grundy in the school, she's playing the cello.
Alone. In the dark.
Yeah, she's always alone in the dark in her classroom playing the cello and no one else is there. And it's really weird.
I have never seen her teach a class.
No.
I've never seen her with a grade book.
No.
I have never seen people leaving her class. She's just always alone. And I'm like, this is not how school works.
No, it is not. And she has office hours.
Which is also not how school works. There's a lot about this thing that I'm like, I don't think that the people who are writing this know what an American high school is.
Yeah, they maybe were homeschooled.
Because one thing that they said was that this Chuck guy.
You've not only proven yourself, but you've raised the bar for everyone around you. Varsity football, Dean's List.
Dean's List.
Ivy League aspirations.
Yeah, what was that?
There's no dean at the school. There's a principal. So you don't make Dean's List when there's no dean to list you.
That is true.
You dumbasses.
Oh, I've got something. So Cheryl. So Cheryl. So Archie tells the principal and the chief of police. The chief of police does just work out of the principal's office. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
There's none other.
Yeah, he tells them that he heard the gunshot too, because Cheryl says that she heard a gunshot and like maybe whoever killed Jason tried to kill him then, and no one believes her. And then Archie says, I heard it too. I was at the river with my dog Vegas. And so Cheryl is grateful and says,
I'm granting you one wish, Archie. Nothing is off the table. Except for my body.
Which is a good thing because it's potentially an incestuous
well, that's true.
thing anyway. So, yay.
I'm sure the show will get there.
Yeah.
Just as a note on my note a couple episodes ago that Archie is one of very few people in town who are redheads. Cheryl's mother is also a redhead. So I don't know how that all adds up with anything.
And we know nothing about Archie's mom.
We don't. We haven't met her.
So I don't know. There might be something to this theory of yours.
Yeah. So this episode was like full of pop culture references.
Guys, should we maybe re-binge Making a Murderer on Netflix?
I would say that the breaking point for me was when Chuck said,
You don't want to slow down, do you?
Oh, I'm too fast, too furious, baby.
I was like, oh, come on. But I did kind of like Luke Perry saying,
Welcome home, Ferris.
When he found Archie sneaking back in.
Yeah. As I watch this show,
yes,
I wonder like how far removed the writers are from teenage culture in general. Like they're putting in maybe too much pop culture for a small town that maybe gets stuff a year or two later than the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, if you can't write it well, it's just as easy to leave it out entirely and it's still believable.
Right. Well, that would cut 10 minutes out of the running time of the show.
That's true. Yeah.
That might have been it. They're just like, oh, we're running a little short.
Okay.
Add in a hashtag.
Yeah. So.
Hashtag justice for Ethel.
My love affair with Luke Perry continues.
It does. He's the only good character. He's the only good person so far.
Yeah, and also the only good actor.
He's not a great person, but he's trying, and I appreciate that. But yeah, so he grounded Archie because he found out that Archie had lied about where he was, and he's supposed to be on this trip with Juggy, and they weren't on this trip. And so he got grounded. And then what does he go and do? He goes and sneaks out to hang out with
Josie and the Pussycats.
Most certainly did, because that was Archie's favor from Cheryl, was to get him some Josie time.
Yeah,
and I think that was a pretty good, if you're going to call in any favors, you might as well call in Josie.
Right. I mean, like if you were offered a favor of, you get to hang out with anyone in Riverdale.
I pick Luke Perry.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
I'm old. I can't hang out with these 25-year-olds.
Yeah. Katie also was like, oh, wow, we're really old now, aren't we?
It's not that we're old. It's just that they're just really young.
Anyway.
So yeah, I wrote Josie is the coolest ever.
Yeah.
That was a good call for Archie. But that doesn't make things great because of course your dad is going to catch you. He's just grounded you for probably the first time ever, and you're acting like, you can't ground me, I'm a grown up. No, asshole, you're 15, you can get grounded.
Yes.
But of course your dad's going to catch you. You're stupid.
Right. Yes. Yeah, the fact that you're an idiot is really not going to help any plans that you...
And the fact that you're like, I'm just going to waltz in through the front door. No, you dumbass.
Yeah. Archie's time with Josie and the Pussycats, like, I don't know, do we have anything to say about that? Like, I enjoyed hearing them rehearse. I think that would be the main thing.
I've been struggling.
What about paintings in the wind?
How about paintings on her skin?
I kind of dig that.
All right. Let's take it from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. How? Paintings on her skin, colors in her hair. Come around the corner, make her stop.
The fact that Josie believes that maybe he's not terrible, that's cool, I guess. Josie is awesome. And, so are the Pussycats. Valerie and I forget what the other one's name is. Melody?
They refer to themselves as divas of color.
Yes, they did. And I like they're like, can you even write for us? And he's like, probably not.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he backed off in that case instead of just being like the white guy just going like, yeah, I totally can. I know your story.
Yeah.
Which I sort of expect out of, Archie.
Him being stupid and all.
Yeah, him being wicked fucking stupid.
Yeah. No, that was fine. The origin story of why they call themselves the Pussycats was a little bit dumb, but what are you going to do?
I mean, do you know why we're called the Pussycats? Because we have to claw our way into the same rooms that you can just waltz into. So if you think that you can write my experience...
It's okay, Valerie. She's right.
Admittedly, all the stories behind every single band name is kind of dumb, so maybe that's pretty realistic, actually.
I may, and this is a dirty secret of mine.
Oh.
I love the Josie and the Pussycats movie.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
It's bad. Oh, it's real bad. It was basically like the whole thing is a Target ad in a gloriously cheesy, like self-referential way. It's got Tara Reid.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fabulously bad. But also like decent actors. It's got Alan Cumming, Parker Posey, Rachel Lee Cook, Tara Reid, Rosario Dawson. It's a cheese fest and I love it. So that's why, I don't know, I guess it's why I knew the names of Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay.
There were 3 small-town girls with big-time dreams.
Who's a rock star? I am.
Who wanted to share their music with the world.
We can't sit around here waiting for it to happen. We are musicians. We should be out there playing music. We do play.
Nobody believed in them.
You.
Let's see, some other stuff that happened. Archie's dad met Miss Grundy.
Hey, you're the music teacher at the high school, right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Fred Andrews, Archie's dad. Can we talk?
And I thought maybe they'd hit it off in a sexy way, which would have been really awkward.
Well, yeah. But he tells Archie...
I met your music teacher last night. Yeah, Miss Grundy. Oh, they did not look like that in my day, son.
And Katie said, that's true. I remember your teachers. So, fair enough.
But I thought, like, they were going to hit it off. Miss Grundy would be like, but I like your dad. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But that did not happen. But he did say,
You know, I got to ask you, what made you take such an interest in my son?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a special kid. And I wrote, special kid, is that another word for stupid?
Because he's super hot?
So, Archie is going to be a serious musician now, and his dad's going to convert the garage into a recording studio, or, he's going to make it soundproof, only because his teacher believes in him. It's like, your dad can't believe in you on your own. Your dad can only believe in you when someone else does first. What the fuck, Luke Perry?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes. I think that's a fair criticism of Luke Perry, who I really enjoy, that we still don't remember his character's name or anything. But I also think it's nice that Luke Perry is at least like listening to what Archie and his child molester teacher are telling him, and are changing his actions and his thinking based on that. So good for you, Luke Perry. And I'm curious what will happen when you find out that Miss Grundy and Archie have been fucking.
I just hope he hasn't fucked her by then, because then that just makes for an awkward conversation. Like, oh, your penis was where my penis was.
I think it has to. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you think it'll come out in the next episode, or do you think it'll take longer?
Oh, I think it'll take longer. I think it'll take, towards the end of the season. I think it's going to take a while, because I think they need to draw out the drama.
All right. I'm thinking sooner rather than later, but I don't know. So we'll find out next week or not.
Hey, Veronica, how was the sticky maple you had last night?
The what now?
The sticky maple Chuck gave you? How was it?
I'm ready to get into it, and I don't want to get into it.
Okay. So, well, let me ask you this question.
I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I'm curious what you think about this sort of theme of that against slut shaming, where the writers make it very clear that none of the women being shamed are in fact sluts.
What the hell is a sticky maple?
It's kind of what it sounds like. It's a Riverdale thing.
No, Kevin, it's a slut-shaming thing. And I'm neither a slut, nor am I going to be shamed by someone named, excuse me, Chuck Clayton.
I think it puts a lot of pressure on the girl to prove that she's innocent, rather than putting pressure on the guy to not be an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's great. They're all innocent. Why can't they be slutty?
Exactly.
And have it still be safe.
And not have like weird like pictures posted online of them or whatever. Like the fact that the pictures are faked is like really crappy, but even if they were real, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, it's great that they're innocent, but who gives a shit if they're innocent? It's not, the onus isn't on the girl. It's on the guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's great that they're,
or I mean, even on like society at large. I'm willing to I'm willing to bring the patriarchy into this, Carrie. Don't think I'm not.
I mean, I appreciate that they're getting this sort of, somebody's mom is watching this show with them. It's like, okay, well, it's good that they're getting this idea of slut shaming into a wider audience.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they didn't do it well enough for my comfort.
Yeah. Right. Like,
that said, there's some serious slut shaming going on, and it's oddly confusing as to what is going on in the first place. Because there's a picture of them, of Veronica and this Chuck fellow, who is the captain of the football team, who's the football coach's son. He's on the dean's list, I believe they said. He's the golden boy, and he took a selfie with Veronica on their date and then posted a picture of her with maple syrup on her face.
Yeah.
And called it a sticky maple.
Right. Now, this did tell me one thing.
That this is all Canadian?
Oh, no, I was going to say that New England, that this is Connecticut.
Yeah.
It helps confirm the Connecticut theory, I think.
But I understand what this is symbolizing. However, this is the stupidest shit I have ever seen in a TV show.
And it also feels like less tongue-in-cheek than this show often is.
Yeah.
So it seemed like they were sort of trying to do a credible job of it, but also no.
You're not Betty?
Betty and I talked it over, and we decided it's time to stop fighting up Archie and start learning to share.
I have a note here that when Chuck arrives and Veronica answers the door and is like, we've decided that we need to be better about sharing. And Chuck is like, yeah, okay. And what I wrote down is Chuck is a giant idiot.
Like, no, you're not totally walking to a spider web or anything, buddy. Like, this is normal.
With that said, I did hope that Betty was going to kill that guy.
The truth, Chuck, or so help me, I will boil you alive.
Well, I'm glad she didn't, just because I really don't want her to have blood on her hands.
Mm-hmm.
But she went full dark, no stars.
Yeah.
That's what she said she was going to do. And I was like, I've never heard that phrase. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go full dark, no stars always. So full dark, no stars meant Betty in a short black wig, black bra, drugging this guy, putting him in a hot tub, wearing high heels, and scaring the ever-living bejesus out of him.
And also kind of scaring Veronica, too, while she was at it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not sure Betty knows what happened.
No, it seemed like she was kind of in a fugue state or something.
Or was that not Betty?
Right. Was it actually her sister? I wondered that, too.
The fact that she was just like, nah, I talked about him, but I'm like, oh, snap. I don't think this is Betty. I think this is Polly. I've never seen Polly, but Polly's supposed to be the bad girl, so maybe this is her. The intrigue.
I know.
So they got him on video saying that they made out and nothing else happened. And so great, they get their story. There may have been safer ways to do it, but they got their story. I don't know if at what lengths do student journalists typically go, or to what lengths do they typically go? Because
well,
this seems like maybe a little too far for the story, even though it does involve your friend. Like, maybe you shouldn't try to boil a boy like a lobster.
Particularly since they just seem to start up the school newspaper on their own without, like, talking to the principal or anybody about it. Like, there's no faculty advisor or anything.
Well,
can I tell you my favorite moment from the episode?
I would love to hear it.
So, after the sticky maple picture is posted, Veronica and Betty go storming into the boys' locker room to confront Chuck. And they go past a mostly naked Archie. And Betty puts up her hand to shield her eyes, except she puts it on the other side of her face.
That whole locker room made me really uncomfortable because they were not nice.
They were not nice. That is true.
They were mean and they were aggressive, and it made me unhappy and uncomfortable. So fuck those guys, not literally.
Correct. Yes. But they all get thrown off the football team at the end, although apparently there will be terrible consequences, Jughead informs us.
Yeah, and what could those terrible consequences be? They lose the state championship? No. I think something deep and dark and sinister happens because of this. I think the dudes probably get their revenge somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But then there's something to talk about at the end.
Oh, right, yeah. So Jughead and Betty are both in the journalism room
of this school that seems to just have all these empty classrooms for no reason.
And they're interrogating Dilton Doily.
They sure are.
And you know what I think? Like, they're doing a better job than the police are, right? And they're also doing it in the school, which is apparently where the police operate out of. So it all works. Maybe they'll be the next town government. So Dilton Doily is a survivalist in this version of the Archie universe.
He sure is.
And teaches kids how to shoot guns.
Which it sounds like is a misdemeanor in Riverdale.
I would think that you probably need parents' permissions to give their children
But
firearms.
don't you like learn how to shoot guns at like scout camp?
I was never in the Scouts, so I don't know.
Well, nor was I, but I remember camping once, and the place that we were camping was near a scout camp, and there were guns being shot off all the time at their rifle range. So I guess I sort of assumed that scouts did gun stuff at camp.
Well, at a rifle range, yeah, maybe it's different if it's at a rifle range as opposed to
just like out at the lake.
Yeah. I liked that in the flashback, Dilton says to his young charges,
And in that moment of hesitation, you're dead. All of you are dead.
So it seems like kind of a high pressure Cub Scout situation. Anyway, they're interrogating him about this gunshot business. And what happens, Carrie?
Well, Dilton Doily saw Miss Grundy's car.
Oh my God.
He certainly did. Now, we have confirmed that a certain Archie was at the river.
It's true.
We now have confirmation that Miss Grundy's car was also at the river.
Yep.
Now, Jughead knows the truth, but I think the whole truth is going to get out to everybody real soon.
I think so too.
And I can't wait.
I can't either.
It's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see this child molester get caught.
Yeah, I think that's
awesome.
That seems like a reasonable thing to root for.
That's going to be awesome. She's going to stop being so manipulative. But then Archie's going to be like, but I love her. And they're going to be like, it's rape, sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
BT dubs. So I wrote dun 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 because that is, the only thing you can write when something like that happens is dun dun dun.
So who do we think killed Jason this week?
Jeez, I don't know. I think Betty's mom or Betty's dad.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Maybe both of them as teamed up.
Yeah, I think they know more than they're letting on. They're letting things out slowly in the paper, but I think they know more than we do.
My new candidate, I still would like it to be Betty, but I'm switching to Ethel.
Ooh.
One day last year, Chuck and I talked in the library for 10 minutes. I helped him with a pre-calc problem and nothing happened. But the next day, he started telling people that I had let him do stuff to me, like sex stuff.
Because...
Oh, I know why. Ethel's a bit of a creeper.
Yeah, like she was watching when Betty was going to boil that dude alive, and she was real happy about it.
Yeah, Betty put her high heel on his head and was pushing him under in the hot tub. The boiling hot. Like, how hot can you make a hot tub that quickly? I don't know.
Yeah, well, sure, yes. This TV series grasp of physics may not be 100%.
Yeah, so we suspend our disbelief a little bit and assume that all hot tubs can also turn into a literal boiling pot.
Yeah, maybe you want to make soup for like
3,000. Yeah, so Ethel, and she had like a devil smirk on her face. She's a bit of a creeper. I like her.
Anything else we should go over while we're doing this?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how terrible is Archie?
Oh, Archie. Well, I liked his interactions with Josie and the Pussycats, so I'm gonna go down from 10 to 8.5.
I was gonna give him a 6 this week.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't think he was terrible. I think he probably needs to lay off the whole can we resume our lessons, Miss Grundy bullshit because
oh yeah, my God, that was horrible.
Creepy. But I think he's trying to be a good person, even though he's still a lying slag. Oh, we'll see. Give him a 6.
Okay.
I
buy that. So thanks for supporting us via Patreon. We really appreciate it. And tune in next week when we'll talk about the next episode, whose title I haven't looked up.
Nope.
The theme song for this series is Josie Has the Upper Hand. It's by Josh Woodward, and you can download it and all his other music for free from his website at joshwoodward.com.
Josh is so right because Josie does, in fact, have the upper hand. Josie is amazing. We love her.
Always. We do.
Anyway.
Oh, and people should listen to our podcast.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
That thing. Love You Like Crazy on the Ear Trumpet Network. Bye.
Slut shaming. That's what they call it when sluts get shamed.
Thank you for the Webster's Dictionaries. Webster's Dictionary says that adjective.
Yes. Very illuminating.